Peace and welcome to my class, The Secrets of Resolutions That Actually Manifest. I am so super excited about this class because this is the second annual resolution type of class that I've done. I did one last year in 2019, and now that we're in 2020, I felt very inspired to do it again because I hear a lot of conversations about resolutions, both good and bad. And so I wanted to give my little 2 cents, but I think it's really way more than 2 cents. But about resolutions and why they are necessary. And so this is my class, The Secrets of Resolutions That Actually Manifest. And we're not going to be on here too long. I just wanted to share some very important points with that. And so with this class, and if you see me looking down, it's because I have notes because I am staying on point, y'all. I'm not getting off. But so what you can expect in this class, The Secrets of Resolutions That Actually Manifest, is number one, what a resolution is. Most people don't know what a resolution is, and so that's why they either do make them or they don't make them, but it's all based on whether or not they even know what it is. And so we're going to talk about what a resolution actually is, why now, right now in January, yes, I know that's cliche, but why January right now is the perfect time to create real resolutions. I will go over the 5 components of resolutions that actually manifest. And then at the end, or kind of in between too, I will actually give an invitation to join me for my masterclass, Resolution Power. And actually that link is attached to this live video. If you're watching this live, then you see it. If you're watching it later on Facebook, you still see it. But if you're watching this video later on YouTube or somewhere else, then that link may not be there. And I'm so thankful to everyone who's able to join live, because when I announce Resolution Power Masterclass will go, open enrollment will open. It's actually open right now, but it will really open at the end of this video. And so let's go ahead and get into it. The secrets of resolutions that actually manifest. So I have a question for you. How many of you did this year for 2020 create New Year's resolutions? Now, if you're watching live, I'm gonna pause for a second to let you comment below. You ain't gotta go into detail. You can just say yes or no if you created a resolution this year for 2020. I see people watching, but nobody's commenting. All right, so y'all wanna be shy. That's okay. You can comment at any time in this video, yes or no, if you created resolutions this year. Now, I'm going to guess, I'm going to take a stab in the dark here and guess that most of you actually did not create New Year's resolutions for 2020. Now, why? Well, for one, and this is some of what I've been hearing a lot of people talk about, is that they just don't feel as relevant anymore, or they're tired of it, right? It's like when you keep making resolutions, sometimes they come true, sometimes they happen, sometimes you stick with it, sometimes you fall off, and it's just frustrating. And I get it, it's so frustrating every single year to have this vision or these goals and these desires that you want for your life for that year, and then it doesn't happen, or you try to make it happen and you do good for a good week or two, or maybe even a month, and then you look up and it's the summertime and you're like, wait a minute, what happened to all of those dreams and goals that I set for myself? And so so for a lot of people, and you may be one of these people, you may have chosen not to create a New Year's resolution because you're just over it. You're just over the hype of resolutions, and you're really over the letdown. Because it's so disappointing when you create resolutions and then they don't happen or you don't follow through. And it's more disappointing. It's almost like you'd rather not have created a resolution than to create one and for it to fail. And so that's number one, the number one category of people who probably did not create resolutions. Now, my second category of people who didn't create resolutions, or why I'm assuming that you perhaps did not create a resolution either, is that resolutions, or I will say this, you perhaps were one who created a goal, or you had a wish or a dream, and you got so inspired. You're like, yes, 2020 is my year. Yes, it's a new year, new me. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm going to create this. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to stop doing that. You know, you created all of these resolutions, or what you think are resolutions, but are actually just wishes, and even perhaps just goals. And then, unfortunately, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but unfortunately, your wishes probably won't come true, because a wish is not a resolution. Your dreams probably won't come true, because a dream is not a resolution. Your goals perhaps will not come true, because while a goal is very good to have, and there are ways to ensure that your goals actually do come to fruition, the reality is that a goal is not the same as a resolution. So that's why I'm just taking a stab in the dark, because I'm guessing that you didn't create resolutions this year, because most people fall into either of those two categories. Number one, feeling like resolutions are unnecessary, you're tired and just sick of it and over it, and just not even going to keep hope alive by creating a resolution. Or number two, you created dreams and a vision, you know, all this 2020 vision, right? You created this 2020 vision and these 2020 goals, but goals and wishes and dreams are not resolutions. So unfortunately, you still didn't create a resolution, even if you thought that you did. And so what is a resolution? A resolution is not a wish or a goal. I repeat, a resolution is not a wish or a goal. It's not. So Tonya, what is a resolution? A resolution, how I define it, is an unwavering, undaunting, fixed state of mind that sees the desired outcome as the present and current condition. I wrote that down, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. I said that a resolution is an unwavering, undaunted, fixed state of mind that has already accepted a desired outcome as the current truth. That is what a resolution is. If you did not do that, then you did not create a resolution. If you created an idea of what you wanted, or you have a dream or a hope or a wish or a desire only, you did not create a resolution. You created a wish. And even a goal, like I stated a few minutes ago, even a goal is not a resolution. Resolutions do give birth to goals, but goals are not to be confused with resolutions. Resolutions are unwavering, undaunted, fixed state of minds that has already accepted a desired outcome as the current truth. When you are resolved, if we break down the word resolution, we break it down to being resolute of mind, or when you are resolved, there is nothing that can change your vision from what you see. That's why it's not a wish. That's why a resolution, if you created wishes this year, you did not create resolutions, because a resolution has already resolved. When you create a resolution, you have already resolved in your mind that outcome as your current truth, as the current reality. So to be resolved means it doesn't matter what's happening around you. It doesn't matter your current circumstance. It doesn't matter what you think is possible. It doesn't matter what you have failed at in the past. It really doesn't matter. A resolved mind already sees the current condition as also having the desired outcome. They're one and the same. The desired outcome isn't in the future, it's in the present. It's here right now. And nothing can convince you otherwise. Until your dreams become that, you have not created a resolution. And that's why so many people are perpetually disappointed and frustrated year after year after year, because they're creating wishes, they're creating hopes, and nothing is wrong with wishes and hopes. But if you want them to, for certain, manifest, they have to become resolutions. Sometimes wishes do manifest, sometimes just mere dreams come true. But it's usually because, and usually this happens so on the subconscious level, most people don't even realize that their wish all of a sudden becomes a resolution, and they didn't do a huge thing to make that happen. They just became resolved in their mind. So the only way that you can create real resolutions is if you are resolved in your mind that you're not going to make it happen, or that this isn't, your year is you're going to make it happen. No, you become resolved in your mind that it is. And you accept that desired outcome is your current, right now, true reality. All right. And so we see this all the time happening all of the time around us. When, for example, if you watch court TV, or if you've been to court, when the judge hands down a ruling, that matter is resolved. That's what it is, whatever their ruling is. When let's just say, if you are going into maybe having surgery or something, and the issue that you're in the hospital for is fixed, that's a resolved issue. If you have if you owe money and you pay that bill, and they send you a statement in the mail saying, yes, you have paid off this debt, or your debt is cleared, that issue is resolved. And so we do this all the time. We see resolutions happening all of the time. But at the beginning of the year is when we begin to create resolutions, when we decide what we will be resolved about. So ask yourself, what am I going to be resolved about? What am I going to fix my mind to accept as my current truth? That could be optimal health, better health, improved financial condition, improved relationship, increase in self-love. You see my book back here, The Magic of Self-Love. Whatever it is that you are resolved to do, there is nothing and no one who can change your mind about it. Even when it gets hard, even when it gets difficult, it doesn't matter, because you've already resolved in your mind what the truth is for you in your life. And nothing can shake that. Nothing can take that from you. So another thing that I hear is, I don't have to create New Year's resolutions in January. January 1st isn't a big deal. And while that in some degree is true, it is also false. I will quickly explain why resolutions are, why right now in January is a very good time to create New Year's resolutions. Now, I didn't say this at the opening of this video, but not only am I an author, yes, which I resolved to do before the book was published. I made a resolution in my mind and I saw it, and that's why it is here today. That was sidebar. Anyway, but still on point. Anyway, one of the things that I also do is I'm an astrologer. I study natal charts, I study astrology, and while this class it has very little to do with astrology, there is an astrological reason why right now is a great time to create resolutions that actually manifest. And I know, as I stated, that a lot of times people get caught up in the January 1st thing. And then that also is the same reason why they are repelled from making New Year's resolutions, because it's like, why does January 1st, why does January in general have to be such a big deal? I will explain that astrologically. All right, so very quickly, in most of December, we are under a sign called Sagittarius, and the energy of Sagittarius is very aspirational. Sagittarius is the sign of your aspirations, your dreams, moving from one level to the next, discarding the old and going for, what you see. If you look at the symbol for the sign, Sagittarius is usually an arrow being shot in the sky, or a centaur holding an arrow and shooting it. And that arrow really represents your aspirations, where you're trying to go. This doesn't matter whether you're a Sagittarius sun sign or not. We all experience that during Sagittarius season in December. So so we have all these aspirations. We're all excited. You can feel the new year coming. You're thinking about, you're reflecting over the year, and you're like, you're thinking about all the things you want to leave behind. And then you're reflecting over the upcoming year, thinking about the upcoming year, and thinking about all of the things that you would like to see in your life going forward. We're bringing one year to a close and about to open a new one. So then we go into Capricorn season. Capricorn season for all of us, no matter what sign you are, is the time. Energy is very goal oriented and very focused and strategizing and thinking about the long term and delay gratification, doing the work now so that you can have what you want later. It's about building your legacy and being responsible to obtaining your goals. So we move from one season that's very aspirational and dream oriented and, just imagining the future, to Capricorn season that is saying, okay, now it's really time to plan and strategize. So it makes perfect sense that once January 1st hits, we are in Capricorn season, the season of long-term goals, the sign that deals with planning and strategizing and looking at your whole entire year and determining not only what you want. Again, you remember, resolutions are not wishes or dreams. So it's not just, we're moving past dreaming and just thinking about what you want, to actually implementing a plan and living that plan, walking that plan out in order to obtain the dream and the wish and the goals that you have for your life. And so that's why January 1st and January in general is a great time. It's still one of the best times to be focused on what you are resolving for your life. And so even though it is, one of the best times of the year, and this is why I say that it's both true and false, that January 1st is or is not the best time to create resolutions. So I just explained why it is true. But the reason why it could be false, and the reason why a lot of people struggle with that during this time, is that there is a thing about timing. Yes, timing is everything, but timing isn't everything. Meaning you can create resolutions any time of the year that actually manifest. I have done it many times in my life. As I stated just a minute ago about my book, The Magic of Self-Love, I want to say that I resolved to do it in like the springtime of one year, and then I published it the springtime of the next year. So it was not during a New Year's Day or even in January when I did it. I have several resolutions that have manifested in the middle of that were created and were manifested in the middle of the year. So no, you don't have to do it in January, but January, as I also just explained, is still a premium and an optimal time to create real resolutions that actually manifest. And when you know what a real resolution is, that's when you can create them at any time of the year. And so January still then becomes a time when you can reflect over the previous year and dream about what you see for the upcoming year so that you can create new resolutions that actually manifest, or look at perhaps some of the dreams that you thought were resolutions and turn them into actual resolutions so that they can manifest. So resolutions do a couple of things. Real resolutions, as I stated earlier, give birth to goals. But there's a reason why that happens. Resolutions create focus. They create focus. They help you to stop being here, there, everywhere, because when you dream and you imagine, you're all over the place, and that's fine. But then when you create a resolution about something, again, a resolution being a fixed, unwavering, undaunted state of mind, right? When you create a real resolution, it pulls all of those dreams and all of that imagination into focus. And now all of your energy is focused in the direction in which you are attempting to go, or where you are going, because you have resolved to do it. And it's also making me think about, this might be a kind of, this example might be a little harsh in some ways, but when I think about, even if you see court TV or see different court cases, particularly where there was a crime that was committed, one of the things that they always want to look at was the person's intention. Was it premeditated? Was it a crime of passion? Was it the spur of the moment? Or was it something that they planned to do? Because that helps the judge to resolve what kind of punishment will fit that crime. All right, so let's take it out of the criminal world and put it into, the good world that you want to reside within. When you create a resolution, it's because you have premeditated in your mind what you want, and that you will certainly have it. There's no question about it. That's focus. That is laser focus. That means that's determination. Now, and not to confuse determination with trying hard. No, determination just means determining to keep your mind fixed on what you want. Determining not to look all over the place and be wishy-washy and go back and forth. It's being very focused. And so resolutions create focus, and then your focus creates goals. Now we're creating goals, because then goals say, okay, I know what the resolution is. Now I'm gonna create. Now these are the goals, or the what's the word I'm looking for? Those plateau points, along the way, and then those goals create outcomes. So, for example, you may resolve to lose 50 pounds. You may be resolute in your mind that you have lost 50 pounds. Notice I said it in the present tense, that you have lost 50 pounds. That focus then creates the right kind of goals. Okay, now you know your goals. All right, so how much do you have to lose in January? How much weight do you need to lose in February? How much weight do you need to lose in March? Okay, those are goals, because goals have timelines. Goals have deadlines. Goals have action steps that lead up to a particular deadline, and then you move on to the next deadline. That's what a goal does. And then it is through those goals that then the outcome is then manifested in physical form. But really the outcome was already manifested when you became resolved in your mind, you see? So resolutions create focus, focus creates goals, goals then manifest the outcome. All right. So here are the 5 components of resolutions that actually manifest. Number 1 is that they are singular in nature and in focus. Very singular in nature. Basically, resolutions create clarity. Most of the confusion that people have, that we all experience in life, comes from not being clear about what we want, why we want it, and not being certain that we can for sure have it. I have here the undesired experiences of the past and present no longer matter. And that is so true. When you are focused and you have created clarity, when your resolution opens up to clarity for you, then the past doesn't matter. How you have perhaps failed at this goal or this wish in the past no longer matters. It's almost like your failures of the past no longer exist, because your resolution has created clarity in the mind. When you're not clear in your mind, then you start to think about how you failed in the past. What if it doesn't work again? What if I tell people I'm gonna do this big goal and or that I have this big dream and then it doesn't happen, or I fail, and how embarrassing that is, and all of that kind of stuff. But when you are resolute in your mind, that focus actually creates supreme clarity, and the past doesn't even matter. Failures don't even matter. Even the potential for failure no longer matters, because you are so certain and so clear in your mind. And I experienced this a few years ago. creating a resolution that created clarity in my mind. And I'll never forget it. It was something that it was like I was in a particular place. I'm not going to tell y'all the full story here because I will share it later on. But I was in a particular place, and when I was in this place, I had supreme clarity in my mind. I became very resolute that, oh, this is what I want for my life. And in less than a month, it actually manifested for me. And I will actually share that complete story in my masterclass Resolution Power, which you can access at the link that is attached to this live. Resolution Power is my masterclass on creating resolutions that actually manifest. And so open enrollment has begun today. And I actually share that full story of my own real first moment of knowing what a resolution is and actually seeing it happen. I share that story in Resolution Power. So make sure you join my masterclass. All right. So that's the first thing that the first component of a resolution that actually manifests. The second thing is that it gives birth to your intentions and your goals. As I stated earlier, goals are the child of resolutions. If you put goals in place without a resolution, then your goals most likely will fail. You might have some success, but you will not have the type of success that you are desiring because the resolution should come first. If we think about, for example, if a company decides that they want to build a warehouse in a particular city, they lay out the plans. Before they lay out the plans for the building, they determine in their minds as a corporation that this for sure is what we're doing. We're going to move a warehouse to this particular city because this is the best move for us, and we're going to do it, period. Then they set goals. Okay, how long is it going to take to build that warehouse? How many people must we employ to work there? Is this the perfect city for for tax purposes? Then they start to really map it out and lay out specific goals and timelines. But those goals don't come into place before the resolution. Likewise, if you say, I just need to lose weight. I want to lose weight this year, right? And then you create all of these goals. Okay, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to start eating this kind of way. But haven't created a resolution in the mind. You have not become resolved in your mind. Then guess what? Those goals will indeed fail. You might lose 3 pounds. You might lose a little bit. You might actually inspire some people for a moment, but then it will not create the results, the full results that you want, because the goals are they are the child of resolutions. Resolutions give birth to goals. Goals do not give birth to resolutions. So a resolution, how you know that it will manifest? Because it gives birth to goals and pure, sure intentions. So the number 3 component of a resolution that will manifest is that it does indeed begin to change your behavior. A resolution that is truly received begins to make you act, think, and speak completely differently than you did before you became resolved in your mind. Think about it. Think about any time in your life when you became resolved to do something, to have something, to be something, to achieve something. When you created a real resolution in your mind, all of your actions, all of your words, all of your thoughts, everything align to that resolution. Your whole behavior changed. You change. A resolution changes you. You become brand new. You become a new person when you create a real resolution. The number 3 thing, or the number 3 component of a resolution that will manifest, is that it is rooted in self-love. And I know I've said this a bunch of times. My book, The Magic of Self-Love, get it today on Amazon. Okay, so a real resolution, though, is rooted in self-love. It is not rooted in fear or envy. You have got to check yourself. If you have created resolutions, or if you have created wishes or dreams, let me say that. If you have created wishes, dreams, and hopes based on any jealousy that you have, any envy that you have, any feelings like, gosh, I should be more like her, or I should be more like him, or, my mama always liked my brother or sister more, so I'm gonna be like them, or, the family likes this, this person, or what, if it's rooted in anything like that, If it's rooted in feeling low about yourself, even if it's not jealousy or envy about someone else, but if it is rooted in any self-esteem issues, then that's I don't even know how to say that, but except to say If I go back to the weight loss one, and I'm not trying to pick, just harbor on weight loss, because there's tons of resolutions, but that's the most popular one that we hear about at the new year. If you're wanting to get your body more toned or in shape because you hate the way you look, then that is a resolution that just might not happen. That's a wish that just might not happen, because real resolutions make you feel good about yourself. So you can look at your body that needs to be toned up. You can look at your body that maybe, you're breathing hard, coming up the steps, out of shape, and still say, but I love you, body. I love you. I love the way, I love the way that you still kicking it with me. I love the fact that you still here with me. And that you're wanting to get healthy, that I'm wanting to make you healthy. I love the fact that how my blood is flowing and how, my cells are renewing. And I love, you have to begin to speak love and life into your body, because it is that love. Anything that you love, I wasn't plan on going here, but anything that you love appreciates and value. Anything that you truly love, you want to heal. Anything that you truly love in your life, you want to replenish, to heal, for it to grow in a healthy way, for it to be vibrant, whether it's your finances, whether it's your career, whether it's your weight, whether it's your relationship with your mate, whether it's your relationship with your children, whether it is going back to school. You don't go back to school and say, I'm resolved to go back to school because I just, I hate that I never finished, and I don't think I'm smart enough to finish, and I don't think, no, then you ain't, guess what? You ain't never gonna finish. That's just a wish that's coupled with low self-esteem. A wish coupled with low self-esteem equals no breakthrough. Okay. But if you say, wow, I know I have what it takes to earn this degree. Yeah, I might have been out of school for some time, but I know I'm smart enough to get it. I know if I focus, I have the brain power to get this. I am smart and I am worthy of completing my degree. The world needs me to complete my degree because I have what the world needs that's going to help the world. So I need this degree so that I can help the world. When we begin to think like that, we create resolutions that are rooted in self-love, and anything that has love attached to it, genuine, true love attached to it, does heal, transform, and manifest into your life. So that number 4 component, that your resolutions must be rooted in self-love in order for them to manifest, is absolutely true. I've seen it time and time again in my own life. I've witnessed it in the lives of others, and it is definitely something that you can do in your own life. And so then the 5th component of resolutions that actually manifest is they are yours to create. They're yours to create. Sometimes when we have these wishes and we're in these goals, we put the responsibility off on other people. We're like, well, if he would just do this and I could have that, where she would just do this and this could happen for me. Resolutions that manifest happen for those who understand that it is their responsibility to create them. It is your responsibility to create that, what did I say a resolution is? An undaunted, unwavering, fixed state of mind that sees the desired outcome as the present truth. Who can do that but you? If you're waiting on somebody else to believe in you, if you're waiting on somebody else to believe that you can have it, you can do it, then you ain't never gonna, even if they do believe in you, guess what? Because you don't believe in yourself, because you don't have that fixed state of mind, then it doesn't even matter. And there's nothing more frustrating than believing in somebody who doesn't believe in themselves. Have you ever been there before? Believing in folks that don't believe in themselves, and you got to keep pumping them up every single day. And there's nothing wrong with giving support and pumping people up, but it's different when you're dealing with somebody who just doesn't believe that it's possible for them. Resolutions are yours to create. It is your job and your task and your responsibility to create real resolutions, to create nobody can fix your mind and make it unwavering and undaunting, but undaunted, but you. You're the only one that can do that in your own brain. So that's why resolutions, why the fifth component of resolutions that actually manifest is that, a resolution is yours to create. When you create it, when you know that it's yours to create, then you create it. All right. So let's recap very, very quickly. What is a resolution? I just stated it. It is a fixed, unwavering, undaunted state of mind that sees the desired outcome as the present and current truth, as the present and current reality. Most people create wishes and dreams and hopes and even goals, but none of those will manifest outside of creating real resolutions. You can create resolutions during any time of the year. I've done it a lot, and I share that in my masterclass, Resolution Power. But resolutions definitely can be created during any time of the year. But what makes them very powerful right now is that the new year always begins in an energy of creating a strategic vision for your life and being responsible for that vision. And so that's why this January time frame is still a very optimal time to create real resolutions that actually manifest. The 5 components of resolutions that actually manifest, number 1 is that they are singular in focus and that they create clarity. If you are still confused, then you have not created a resolution, because a resolution is resolved. A resolution, there is no confusion in a resolution. What did that song Aaliyah say? We have so much confusion. We need a resolution. There's a reason why she said that in that song, because there is no confusion when there is a resolution. Okay, so that's number 1. The second component of resolutions that actually manifest is that they give birth to intentions and goals. Goals do not give birth to resolutions. Resolutions create real goals. Number 3 is that they change your behavior. The way you speak, think, talk, and act begins to immediately shift the moment you create a real resolution. Number 4 is it is rooted in supreme self-love, not envy, fear, hate, low self-esteem, or jealousy. Supreme self-love. And the 5th is that they come to those who know that it is their responsibility to create them. It is your responsibility to create actual resolutions. Nobody else can do that for you. All right, y'all. So this has been such a powerful class. I am now opening up my masterclass, Resolution Power. Oh, y'all, I'm so excited. I am so excited about this class. I know I'm getting hyped, but for real, I am for real excited about Resolution Power, because this masterclass actually walks you through the steps of creating real resolutions that indeed manifest. So the secrets of resolutions that actually manifest, just kind of went over what it takes, what a resolution is and what it takes to begin to create them. But Resolution Power is a 2-part masterclass where I go in deep on exactly how to create resolutions that manifest. I walk you through all of the steps. I talk to you, and I'm looking down because I got my notes still staying on point. But I talk about the steps to help you get out of your own way, to stop sabotaging yourself over and over again, so that each year is not just a repeat of the same frustrations and irritations of the previous year, and you're not feeling like, that your desires just can't manifest for you, because they indeed can. So what is included in Resolution Power is a 2-part masterclass. In the first part, I go over the 5 blockers of your resolutions and how to avoid them, how to make your resolutions juicy enough to actually manifest. Oh, y'all, I love that part of the masterclass, because I really go in on what you got to do to really make that resolution manifest for you. We actually go deeper into the intention that a resolution will create in order for it to manifest in your life. And then, as I stated earlier, I share some very personal stories from my own life when I created real resolutions and how quickly they manifested. And what's so interesting, I'm not saying that, there won't be a waiting period, that there won't be a time, that there won't be, a time when your resolution is still in the imaginary form and versus when it actually comes into physical form. But my experience with resolutions, with creating real resolutions, is that they happen very quickly. They happen relatively quickly, at least they have in my own life. So I will share my own personal stories on the times when I actually created real resolutions. And don't get me wrong, I still get tripped up too sometimes, y'all. I create wishes and dreams and hopes and all that kind of stuff, which is fine. But I still make the mistake from time to time of not translating those into resolutions. And what I can say is that when they just stay in that imaginative, hopeful, dreamful state, it takes forever for them to manifest. But when you create an actual resolution, it manifests relatively quickly. So I will share my own stories about that. And then in the second part of the master class, we will look more deeply into your own resolutions, specifically your top 3 that you would like to experience in 2020, and discovering what you need to say yes and what you need to say no to. Okay, so both master classes are at least an hour long. They may go a little bit over that. And I'm just saying that because when I did it last year, they were each about 45 minutes, each about 45 minutes in length. And I have a feeling they might go a little bit longer than that this year, y'all. So each masterclass will at least be an hour long, and they are very deep, very detailed. They actually help you. You will actually be creating your own resolutions and knowing what it's going to take for those resolutions to manifest for you in physical form in Resolution Power Masterclass. Why do you need it? Why do you need it? Well, only you can answer that question for yourself. I can tell you that if you are someone who has had the same hopes and dreams year after year after year, and you're still waiting for them to happen in your life, you're still waiting on those changes to occur, then you need resolution power. If you don't know what it's going to take to get you from 2019 level into 2020, 2021 level that you see for your life, then resolution power is for you. If you have been just playing around with your hopes and dreams and you're ready to get serious about manifesting what you want, and I want to say this here too, sometimes it is so easier to just play around with it in our minds because we don't really believe that we can have what we say we want. Okay, so if you are someone who's ready to move from hoping that you can have something to actually knowing that you can have it and manifest it into your life, then resolution power is absolutely for you. Absolutely for you. So as I stated, part one, well, let me give you the timeline. The first class of the Resolution Power Masterclass will debut a week from today on January 19th. Part 1 will be released, and also what will be released is my guided tutorial on narrowing down your top 3 desires and transforming those desires into resolutions. So that guided tutorial, as well as the first part of the Resolutions Power Masterclass, will be released on Sunday, January 19th. And then part 2 of the Masterclass will be released on Sunday, January 26th. And before the first part of the masterclass is released, when you click the link that's attached to this video to purchase the masterclass, then you will receive an email on or before January 19th with access details on how to access the classroom for resolution power. The course itself, the entire masterclass, is only $29. Only $29. I just really cannot shout that loud and loud enough. Resolution Power is only $29, and it includes the 2 classes that are over an hour long each, and very, very detailed and very, very specific to helping you manifest and actually create resolutions that will manifest indeed for your life in 2020. And it also includes the guided tutorial on how to narrow down to at least your top 3 resolutions, and to know what is necessary to manifest those into your life. And so that entire class is only, masterclass is only $29 at the link that you see attached to this video. And so as stated, the first, you will receive an email on or before January 19th with details on how to access the class. The enrollment period for Resolution Power begins right now, January 12th, and runs through January 18th. So you have 1 week to say yes. 1 week to say yes to creating resolutions that will actually manifest for you this year. So if you're ready, I am ready for you. If you're ready, I am ready for you. I am ready for those who are ready to join me on this journey for Resolution Power. Again, Resolution Power Masterclass open enrollment is happening right now, January 12th through the 18th. Enrollment closes on the 18th, and those of you who take the leap of faith and join me for Resolution Power, you will receive information by January 19th on how to access the classroom and to get the first class, part 1 of the entire masterclass. So I am so thankful to everyone who is signing up right now. That link is attached to this email, to this live video, not email. And actually, this live video, I may take it down from Facebook and make it only accessible to those who participate in Resolution Power starting next week. I have to get resolved in my mind about that, y'all. So I'm going to think about that. This class may not stay up on Facebook. So if you are watching this on Facebook or later on YouTube, and you're thinking you're going to keep coming back to getting the secrets of resolutions that actually manifest, this may not always be available. And so you want to make sure that you enroll in Resolution Power in the full masterclass so that you can have continued access to even this video. So Resolution Power Masterclass includes the 5 secrets of resolutions that, the secrets of resolutions that actually manifest, which is the class we had today. The guided tutorial on narrowing down your top 3 resolutions and what it's going to take to manifest them. Part 1, hour 1 of the masterclass, part 2 of the masterclass. And so that is just so awesome and so powerful. Everything that you will receive in Resolution Power is going to add power and jumpstart your resolution so that you can actually have finally what you have been wanting in your life to manifest in your life for perhaps for a very, very long time. And it will teach. And the good thing about this masterclass is that it will teach you how to do this in any time of the year, no matter if you're in January or not. You will then know exactly what you have to do at any time of the year to create a resolution and to manifest it quickly into your life. Okay, so this is the gift, the class that keeps on giving. So you receive all of that for only $29 at the link that is attached to this Facebook Live video. So thank you all for watching live. Thank you all for watching the replay. Thank you all to everyone who has taken the leap of faith and is joining me now for Resolution Power. And I will see you all in the classroom. Thanks so much for watching. And until we speak again, as always, I'm wishing you all so much peace and love.